Today I'm going to take you on an easy off-trail hike in the Greenbrier section of Great Smoky Mountains National Park. Before I go on a off-trail hike in this section of the park, I like to pull out the 1934 Geological Survey map. And I like that year because that was the year the park was established. And because of that, it does show you all the old road locations as they existed in 1934, to include the secondary roads and the building locations where they existed in 1934. For today's hike, we're going to come into Greenbrier and make the turn towards Ramsay Cascades. And you can see the old road here. That's actually today's present day Ramsay Cascade Road, Ramsay Prong Road. But then it crossed the river. Today's road continues on this side of the bank of the river until it comes to a series of two bridges where the river splits. I'm going to park between those two bridges, walk across the second one, and enter the woods to the right. And then I'm going to begin following this old road on the opposite bank of Ramsay Prong Road, passing these home sites. And then it's going to drop off into this little cove area, and this is the area that we're going to explore today. Then I'm going to walk across the second bridge, and right over to the right hand side I'm going to enter the woods, and there's no sign of a trail there either, and walk straight back for about maybe 100 yards till I come to the old road bed. Yeah, I just walked off the Ramsay Prong Road into the woods, just past the second bridge on the way to Ramsay Cascades, and walked back about 100 yards till I come to this little stream, and it backs up against this hill, and this old road bed then starts heading up the hill. And that's where we're going to follow today for this easy bushwhack hike in the Greenbrier section of Great Smoky Mountains National Park. And as you can see, the road is well defined, and this old road rises up above the river, and it's quite the drop off too. It's just like straight down. Along the old road, we will come upon our first home site. You can see the old rock wall right here, and we just have to get up over that hill, and not much left of the chimney, but we'll take a look at it anyway. And this is what's left of the chimney. There's a little bit of debris around here. That's kind of cool. Kind of old enamel bowl. Or actually, no, that's a hubcap. Yeah, old hubcap up here. A couple pieces of metal. What a beautiful home site. And you can see Greenbrier Pinnacle. This is the home location right here. You see the little black dot right there? That represents the home location that we just looked at. And then that view I just showed you is Greenbrier Pinnacle. You can see the mountain rising right here to the pinnacle. And then after leaving the home site, just a little further up the old road, I was actually walking up just a little bit above the road. But now we're at a old road intersection. And you see that rock right there? That is the old road up Bald Top Ridge. And what we're going to do is we're going to stay to the right, continue paralleling the river, and follow it into a nice leveled off cove area across the road from Ramsay Prong Road. Here's that road intersection right here. You can see that the Bald Top Ridge comes up and over here, but we're going to stay to the right and follow this old road along here into the cove. Kind of a unique feature of these big giant boulders that overlook the old road bed. I don't think this video will do it any justice, but we'll see quite a bit of this as we walk down along the old road. And then we're going to walk past this giant boulder, probably 3 or 4 stories high, that goes down to the river. And the bottom of this, it actually has like an overhang where the bottom fell out of the bottom of the boulder. It makes like a little rock house down there. And now the road is dropping down into the cove area. Yeah, and as soon as the old road levels off to the river, we'll come along this old rock wall. And what we're going to do is move over by the river, take a look at the scenery along there. You can actually see the Ramsay Prong Road right across the river from us. So it's not like you're way deep in the woods bushwhacking. And then immediately to our right, we come right along this beautiful old rock wall. You can actually see this rock wall from the road as you're driving up if you're looking for it. If you're driving up Ramsay Prong Road, and just look over to your right, and you can see these old rock walls along the river. And on the back side of the cove here at the south side, up against the hill, come across another old rock wall. This rock wall really just levels off the hill with the cove, and it goes straight up. You know, maybe they had some pigs or something in there. Who knows? It goes for a little ways. You know, one really neat thing about this cove is the amount of fence posts that still remain up here. You can see, you can get real close, there's still nails. Here we are. Still nails in the fence posts. And this row of fence posts goes straight up the hill. And I've counted 9 that are still visible going up the hill. So this was a pen area of some sort. Maybe even for a garden, keep the critters out. And then they also go back towards the river too. I was going to bear more to my left to the south side of the cove, but I keep on spotting stuff I want to gravitate towards, just like this, another old rock wall. Some of it's in good shape, some of it's been toppled over by trees. And I know there's a home site around here somewhere. We'll see if we can't find it. Yeah, I'm not really seeing a chimney near this rock wall. There is a pile of rocks over here in close proximity, but it could just be a rock pile from clearing the fields. A lot of moss and leaves on top of it. And when we get to the far western side of the cove, we're going to come to a little creek. And this creek kind of goes further up into the holler here, but there's really not much in there. It actually gets kind of thick. But what we'll do is we're going to cross here and then work our way back to the river now. And here's that creek right here, coming down from Bald Top Ridge. And as we get to the northern western end of the cove along the river, the no trail road goes up the steep part. You can see there's a lot of wet area around here where it flows into the river. And if you follow that steep trail, it'll rise up above the river and bring you out near the location of the old Settlers Trail trailhead. So you can do a loop like that, park at the bridge, walk up that trail, and then walk the road back. But today we're just going to skip that. But if you do decide to do that, I did lose some sunglasses up there one time, so if you see them, just let me know. Yeah, I got to cross this little stream right here. I hate jumping over. It takes me to a really nice little lunch break spot here. I'm going to grab that tree right there and just stretch my legs across it. And back at the river. This is actually just a part of the river that splits right here, so it's not the full volume. I'm on a little island here. And I'm gonna have to back off from the river because it's kind of a boulder field and rhododendron thicket. So I'm going to kind of walk back out to the open area and then work my way back to the river from there. Yeah, a lot of animal paths through here. And little nesting places too. Of course, animals tend to take the path of least resistance, so kind of follow these through here. You can get right through it, no problem. Yeah, another creek crossing. Box spring for bed and a piece of cast iron stove. So I'm sure the home site's around here somewhere. I see some more debris over this way, so we'll see what else we can find. Getting a little windy up here. Looks like found a foundation of a outbuilding, maybe a barn or something. I don't see a chimney, so they could just be piles of rocks and clearing the fields, or part of a barn or apple barn or something. And right here between the two D's, that looks like the location we're at right now, that building site right here. And it looks like it was probably an outbuilding, probably a barn or something like that. And I'm back to paralleling the river. Another beautiful rock wall lining the river. Look over the rock wall here. There's the river. Okay, I just came through a gap in the old rock wall here. And you can see there's the other half of the rock wall. And this was the bridge location. Check this out, there's a fence post here. It's got all kinds of barbed wire still wrapped around it. Nails. There's the opening in the wall. You see a little road going down to the river. Let's see if we can find any of the bridge remains down here by the water. Yeah, I really don't see any parts of an old bridge or anything, which may have been just a ford crossing rather than a bridge crossing here. The 1934 map doesn't show a map symbol for a bridge here, but the road does cross here. Now maybe this was a groove from the mountain sleds or wagons crossing right here. Otherwise, no drill holes or anchors or anything for a bridge. And here's the old road, and this is right here where the split in the rock wall is, where this road crossed over the river. And here's a nice row of fence posts. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all lined up, dressed right, and all of them are all present. Doesn't look like any are missing. And this fence post, you can still see the nails here, actually has a tree growing around it. And then the barbed wire, check it out, barbed wire, my hand on it, goes right into the tree. Now that's some rock resilient wood there. And there's this barbed wire actually goes all the way down to the next fence post. There's 2 strands of it, all wrapped around the tree. Well, there's fence post 8, 9, and 10. What's really neat about these fence posts is just how solid they are. You can see that they're still thick, not rotted. Still got the nails in them. Barbed wire running from post to post, a whole row of 10 of them that stood the test of time. The rot resilient American chestnut. Pretty neat. And then we have an old toppled chimney. Looks like a bed frame. Lean up against it, what's left of it. You can see right across the river, I see a car over there. Now here's a pretty cool late fungi. Come right out of that little hole there. Just poured out. Look at that. Perfect.